How would you feel about facing Andrew Hastie or Angus Taylor as Liberal leader?
Well, again, I think it shows the poor state of the federal Liberal Party that the choice of alternative leader is between Angus Taylor, the first shadow treasurer who wanted to lift taxes for the Liberal Party that we've seen in decades, or Andrew Hastie, who would be the most right-wing Liberal Party leader that the country has ever seen. That's what they're left with. I think everyone understands that Sussan Ley is on borrowed time, but it's not as if the Liberals have good choices to make, either the most extreme leader they've ever had or a bumbling shadow treasurer who wanted to lift taxes. That's what it's got to. So, again, we're going to leave it to them to work it out and get on with focusing on what Australians need.
John Howard and Tony Abbott weren't massive lefties, so why are you calling Andrew Hastie extreme? What's extreme about him? Well, let's get a taste here of how the government's going to attack him.
Look at the guy's record since he's been in politics. I respect the fact that he's served the country in the Defence Forces, but let's look at his record since he's entered Parliament. Only in the last 12 months, he's made speeches in the Parliament that have sought to liken giving parental leave to parents with late-term abortions. He wants to campaign on those sort of culture war issues around limiting abortion rights rather than the sort of things that Australians are focused on. He has started and tried to lead this debate within the Liberal Party to follow One Nation to the right on matters like migration and other things as well. If people are looking for One Nation policies, they'll vote for One Nation. They don't need a One Nation pretender in disguise in the form of Andrew Hastie. And again, if they go with Angus Taylor as the alternative, they've got someone who wants to lift their taxes. That's how competent he was as a shadow treasurer. So
why is Mr Hastie extreme? You've called him extreme. What's extreme about him? A lot of people would like to see less migration.
And that's exactly what our government has done. Our government has brought down net overseas migration by 40%.
Yeah, but what's extreme about Andrew Hastie? Can you just qualify this statement?
Well, as I say, look at what he's done in the last 12 months when it comes to abortion rights. This is not something that most Australians are laying awake at night thinking about. But this guy wanted to stop and questioned granting parental leave to parents of stillborn children by comparing it to late-term abortions. That is a quite extreme statement and gives you an insight into the kind of socially conservative policies that this guy would pursue. Everyone understands that our migration level needed to come down in Australia, and that's what the government has done. But we haven't done it in a way that demonises migrants. Remember Andrew Hastie's comments about being strangers in our own country, the sort of comments that we've seen from far-right elements in the UK. They're the kind of policies that this guy would pursue as the leader. And I think any Liberal leader who wants to keep pursuing One Nation votes is going to just drag the Liberal Party off a cliff from which they will never recover.